Check it out, everybody. I'm trying something different. But I hope that you receive this message. All right? For those of you who know me, I love selling. But more importantly, I love offering value and being valuable to my customers, to my friends, to my family, and to those who I come in contact with. That's what that's all I really care about. So, are you selling to sell? Or are you offering value in the sales process? I want to welcome you to the Paul Cruz Show. And I hope your day is filled with much success and prosperity. I'm actually in my studio alone today. My people had to go take care of some other stuff for me. But that's okay. I always figure things out, and I figure out how to get things done. Because I'm not about excuses, I'm about results. And what I want to share with you today, I went through a lot of challenges and trials. I had no one to teach me. I had no one to tell me, don't do this or don't do that in sales. You know, I read almost every sales book out there. You know, I was at one point, I was a top producer in the country. I was raising money like nobody's business as a venture capitalist before the internet was around. And there's a lot of great salespeople out there that some of you probably know and follow that are huge. But I say this with all humility, I put myself up against anybody as far as understanding sales, understanding techniques, cold calling, all of that. I may not be as wealthy financially as they are, but I'm okay with that. Because I don't do it for that reason. And I'm not saying they do either. Because I do follow them as well, because I learn from them. But here's what I want to talk about. The Paul Cruz Show, as you know, is about keeping it real. And I have a sales training program called the Martial Arts of Sale, and that's about developing the mindset, the attitude, building the foundation to be a great salesman and a phenomenal closer at every level. So what I'm going to share with you, or what I've been sharing with you, you can't find it in a book. It's real world experience. Trying to break it down into simplicity or simple terms. Because sales is a mindset. Sales and closing is an attitude. Just think about that. So here's the topic for today. And my topics are always about asking yourself individual questions. Are you selling or are you offering value, or both? With the internet today, anyone that's online and has a business online, they're basically a brand or trying to brand themselves. They're offering value. But one thing I've learned about selling and value is start somewhere, right? Where does it start? It's a good old-fashioned cold calling. Now, this topic is not about cold calling, but everything I do in sales leads back to cold calling. I've been speaking a lot about it. I've been talking about a lot of it in my videos and in my content. Because if you want to sell, the first thing you have to sell is you have to sell who you are and what you're all about. I want you to think about that. Over 30 years, most of my selling have been via telephone, which is tough. Because all I have is my voice, and I learned to utilize it. I have to paint the picture to create the motion, to create the value. So when you're selling, you have to understand that you are the commodity. The person on the other side of the phone has to buy into you first or invest into you. And when you're able to do that, and you're able to show that you are valuable, now you're offering them value. Does that make sense? And if you're offering them value, most people or most customers like to buy value. The product is just the bridge. And here's why I say that. Because no matter how good the product is, and it could really help your customer, if they don't like you and they don't trust you from the get-go, and they're not investing in you or buying you, forget about it. It doesn't matter how good the product is. It ain't going nowhere. Also, by offering your valuable services or your value, they're going to want to own that. Think about that. I spoke to a client the other day, 2 days ago, and I was cold calling. And I know where he was going. And so I stopped him in his tracks, strategically. I said, Mr. Customer, I don't know about you, but Paul Cruz likes to pay for value. I don't like to, get ripped off or overpay for something, but I like to pay for value. Do you? He goes, yes. He didn't realize he just bought me, or he's ready to invest in me, or he's about to own what I'm going to offer him. Think about that. And here's the analogy and the example I gave him, understanding selling and offering value and combining them both. This is going to sound funny and it's going to sound crazy, but crazy sells. Let me tell you what I mean. What I told this particular customer, I said, listen, when you want to shave your face, you don't want to buy cheap razor blades because that's your face. I know I don't like using cheap razor blades. So I like to buy good quality razor blades. I don't mind paying for it. I said, but listen, on the other hand, if I'm going to take a number 2, basically take a dump, I don't care about the paper. It's toilet paper or paper toilet, however you want to call it. He was laughing because he understood where I was going with this. When you're able to give analogies like that, you really are in tune into the customer's mindset. You just increased your value. Just that little statement. That little, believe it or not, it's a rebuttal. The guy was laughing, but more importantly, I earned his respect and trust. Here's another example between selling and offering value. Because first you have to understand who your end consumer is or customers, because we are all customers and most of us are business owners, right? And we're trying to help our customers that are business owners get more customers that are business owners. Does that make sense? So you have to put yourself in their shoes. Talk about something that you have in common so the relationship can move forward. Does that make sense? So one of the things that I tell my customers or potential customers when I'm cold calling, I say this. I said, listen, you are a customer. I'm a customer. You are a business owner. I'm a business owner. And I'm trying to help you solve your problem so that you could get more customers that actually happen to be business owners, right? Yes. So we have all that in common. So I want to earn your business. So what I did at that point is I put myself right aside with him. We have something in common. Does that make sense? That is value. It's also selling. And you also have to understand the difference between a need and a wanting something. You have to get the client to understand that they need what you have. But people don't like to buy what they need and then get them to the point where they want what you're offering and they want to own it. In order to do that, you have to show that you're valuable. You have to sell you and the value that you have that they need. And that is going to help their business. Does that make sense? So ask yourself this question. Are you selling to sell and close a deal to close a deal? Or are you about offering value that they can own? Or are you good enough to do both? Think about that. Every single day, before I get on the phone, and I'm training my sales reps, we do cold calling every day. We role play every day. I practice rebuttals every day. I look at what could I do when I do a profile on my client. I say, what could I do to really solve this problem? Or how can I make it better for them? They may not have a problem. They may be doing well, but they may want to grow and expand. So how do I make it better? Think about that. They could have everything going their way, but they may not realize that they need to grow. Then they may never thought about it. Well, that's valuable. So you got to mix selling with value. People are smart. You have the internet. People could do research. But at the end of the day, it's about personal attention. They need to know you have their back. They need to know, you know what? This guy is going to help my business. And they pay for value. Think about that. Would you pay for value or do you like to buy cheap stuff? There's certain things, you know, I buy that I don't care about. I want the cheap prices. But there's certain things that you just don't cut corners. And never sell yourself short. If you're valuable and you're good, show it. But do it with humility. Don't be arrogant about it. It's not a good thing. So, selling and value. Which one are you doing most of? If you need help and you want to get better, you want to close more deals, you want to improve your sales techniques, I invite you to join the Martial Arts of Sales. How do you do that? Go to my YouTube channel at The Paul Cruz Show. If you like the video, smash the like button, share with others, subscribe. You can also email me directly at The Paul Cruz Show, the number 5 at gmail.com. If you want to follow me on my social site, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Paul Cruz Show. I want to thank you for watching and listening. I hope this has been helpful. Till we speak again, I say goodbye for now. Thank you for being part of The Paul Cruz Show. Have a great day. Bye for now.